Yes, bring your dinner, bring your dinner, bring your dinner, bring your dinner. But once you bought your ticket, all you can afford is a tin of beans. Let's do it. Good morning, 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 Arsenal world. Good morning, everyone. How are you on this fine Saturday, the 11th of April? That's right. It's April. We are almost towards the middle of April, and we haven't played a Premier League game since almost the middle of March. It's absolutely mental. That is mental. We've had international breaks, Philly Cup breaks, non-important cup breaks. But yeah, we're back. We're back. The Premier League is back, baby. The Premier League is back, and we got a huge game against Bournemouth. We got a massive game against Bournemouth. Or is it massive? I don't know. We're going to get into that. We're going to break that down. How massive is that game? In terms of size of importance, it's huge. In terms of everything else, Bournemouth are not an amazing team. I don't want to jinx anything, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, good morning and welcome to the Big Arsenal Breakfast Show. Before we get into it, please like and subscribe. Lizzle and subscrizzle. Please do that because it helps us get out to more gunners, more gooners, more people across the Gooniverse, to reach others, to get people coming in to have their say in this space that we have created very specifically for the Arsenal fans across the world. And the universe, who knows? There might be aliens out there like, we love Arsenal. Don't ever do that again, Eddie. That was an annoying sound. Right. So like and subscribe. You can also get in touch with us on TikTok at Big Arse Breakfast, on Instagram at Big Arsenal Breakfast, and on X at Big Arse Brekkie. You can email the show as well, show at bigarsenalbreakfast.com. That's show at bigarsenal.com. Also, we have the podcast. If you're dipping in and out, like George is in the chat. George has said, I can be here for 10 minutes. So, George, you're a prime example of that. Good morning to you, George. Good morning to you, Lloyd. Lloyd says, good morning. Sunshine's emojis all over the place. He says, start the morning with a bang and say the mighty Arsenal 3 and the other team we just don't care, nil. When you said the other team we just don't care, for a moment I was like, well, obviously we're talking about Tottenham. Oh, we'll come to that. But yes, I digress. Good morning to you, Lloyd. Good morning to you, George. Thank you as always, for joining us in the chat. It's hugely appreciated. George, if you want, you can pick up the podcast later. You just go to all the podcast places, you know, your Apples, your Spotify's, and all the other ones. That, well, I don't know what they're called. I don't know where else you get podcasts from. I know Apple, I know Spotify, but they're all up there. The Big Arsenal Breakfast Show, that's all you need to search. The Big Arsenal Breakfast Show, that's the podcast. And if you do search it, do you know what else helps? I know old Eddie is asking for a lot today. He asks for a lot every morning. 5-star review. A 5-star review gets that podcast promoted to other people, other gunners, and that really helps the show. If you don't like the podcast, then just don't give any stars. But if you mildly like it, inflate that to 5 stars because that really helps us. So, have I covered everything admin-wise? I think I have. So, right, on today's show, a Bournemouth preview, Mikel's rallying cry, injury news, for fuck's sake, and we predict the lineups. Let's also get in the chat and see what you guys want to see. What do you want to see, Lloyd? What do you want to see, George? Lloyd has said, relegation FC, down they go. Happy about that result. West Ham made my afternoon. Yeah, I tell you, man, I just don't think they're going to go down. I think they only, looking at those teams, the Leeds, and I think Nottingham Forest have got enough out there. I'm worried about Leeds getting sucked in it, and I don't think that West Ham are good enough. Prove me wrong, West Ham. Prove me wrong, Irons. I think Tottenham probably will get a new manager bounce from De Zerbi. I reckon 2 wins is enough. I honestly reckon 2 wins is enough for any of those teams to stay up out of the remaining, 6-7 fixtures that are left. Yes. Also, we have your Big Arse opinions and Big Arse team talks. Now, if you're in the chat, Lloyd, if you fancy it, George, if you fancy it, if you want to give a little, what would you say to the team? What would you say to the team? If you're in the dressing room, You look them straight in the eye and say, boys, if you don't win, I'm going to kill you, motherfuckers. Not as bad as that, but you know what I mean. What would your team talks be? If you fancy it, if you don't worry about it. So yeah, that's it. I think I've covered all the basics for the show. Let us get into it right now. Right. The title of the show is 2 Games to Win It. Why did I put that as a title of the show? Quite frankly, it's obvious. Win today. Beat City. Mathematically not all over, but I think everyone agrees on this. Win today, beat City, it's done. I hate to tempt fate because teams have bottled from those positions. Well, one team has bottled from that sort of position before, which was Man United during the Aguero season. But we beat Bournemouth. If they lose to Chelsea or draw, I think that might be it as well. I generally think that could be it as well. So that's what I mean by 2 games. 2 games to win it. Win today. Man City fail to win. I think we're good. Win today. Beat Man City if they win against Chelsea. I think we are good. Let's just have a look at those remaining fixtures. Arsenal got Bournemouth today, City away, Newcastle at home, Fulham at home, West Ham away. Could be tricky, obviously. Relegation scrap. Burnley at home, Crystal Palace away. Now, City have got Chelsea away, us at home, Burnley away, Everton away, Brentford at home, Bournemouth away, Aston Villa at home, who probably aren't going to be in. Can't rely on fucking Unai Emery, can we? And a Crystal Palace match to be rearranged somewhere at some point. We don't know where that's going to lie yet. But that's what I'm saying. 2 games to win it, guys. That's all I think. Let's know what you think. Lloyd, George, if you're still with us, let us know. Right, what did the boss say? He had a lot to say. Now, I've taken these quotes over from Football London. You can find it on the Arsenal website, every single word. Tom Canton, as ever, doing the Lord's work over there at Football London. I'm going to read some of the best quotes. You've probably seen some of it. So the bring your dinner moment. The bring your dinner moment was a response to potentially moving 12 points clear. And Mikel said, the players know it. Our supporters know it. It's an early kickoff, so get up early. Have an early breakfast, bring your lunch, bring your dinner, and let's all go together for it because it has to be a big day. Yeah, that's a rallying cry. That's not just to the fans, that's also to the players as well, I think. So he's leaning into the pressure as well. I think it's safe to say he's leaning into that pressure of playing first. He did note that when Arsenal beat Everton recently, it caused Man City to slip up later that day. So he wants to kind of repeat that psychological blow. Obviously, after 2 recent defeats, Arteta had praised the squad's top reaction and maturity, specifically citing their performance against Sporting as proof they have moved past the slump, which I think is some elements of evidence for that. He also warned about Bournemouth's form. He said that they are transition monsters and currently unbeaten in 11 matches, making them the most dangerous trap in the league right now. There was a little bit of chat about his contract news. He said there is no news on that. The full focus is on what we have to do from here until the end of the season. Damn right. He spoke passionately about Bukayo Saka fulfilling the Haaland dream, but warned that young players like Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly must earn it every day, saying nobody at Arsenal gets gifts. And he is correct with that. He also stated that he has a lot of belief that the team can win both the Premier League and the Champions League. It is a very good read. It was a good presser. I implore you, get over to football.london to read it in full. But mostly, Big Tommy C with the interview with Victor G. That's right, a little surprise exclusive with Tom Canton and Victor Gyökeres. They sat down and had a chat. Now, again, I don't like to just steal everyone's content and put it on my show. I think it's a little bit cheeky if we rattle through everything that they've done. That's not in my style. I'll pick a couple of key quotes or some things that were interesting to me, but it's a really, really good long interview. Go over to football.london, give Tom Canton the credit, give him the traffic, the clicks, and everything that you can. Support his work. But for the meantime, here's a little taster, here's a little teaser. So, Gyökeres said, I think if you feel nerves, he's talking about nerves. If you feel nerves, it means it matters for you. It is only bad if you convert it into something negative. ice cold jock. That is what he's like. Regarding his scrutiny around the shirt that he's wearing, the big pressure of playing that kind of number 9 role, obviously not wearing the number 9. 6 games, don't score. Am I a different player? You can't start to act in a different way. So he keeps saying, he's basically saying, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to keep my head down and keep plugging away. And then he also credited Gabriel Heinze with bringing good energy and a winning mentality since joining the staff. I wonder how much different that's going to be come the end of the season should we win it. I really do wonder that Gabriel Heinze effect. I can't stop thinking about that because Heinze is a monster. He's a madman. And I wonder if we needed that bit of madman. Okay, Lloyd, jumping back in the chat. Lloyd has said, he's put in a team talk. Oh, yes, Lloyd. I'll read that at the end with the high pumping music. Thank you, my friend. He said, where are we? Okay, I'll come back to that one. He said, I've always said we win at Bournemouth and we are good for the EPL. We'll take a draw at City, but would love that win to shut those lot up. Okay, now, wouldn't we just, Lloyd? Wouldn't we? Oh, God. Would you take a loss today against Bournemouth if it meant a win against City? I've never seen a weaker fan base than the Chelsea and Spurs fans. Shots fired. They would either lose games to keep us from winning the EPL. That's truly sad to see we live rent-free in their minds. Yeah, I've seen that. There are Chelsea fans, aren't there? They go, we've got to lose against City so Arsenal don't win it. That could not be me. That could not be me. I would never want to see Arsenal lose just because someone else was going to win something. I say that. Put that option in front of me one day. Let's see how I react. But I'd like to think I have the passion of those convictions. Arsenal first, everything else second. But yeah, get yourself over to football.london. That Gyökeres interview is a banger from Tommy C. I don't know why I'm calling him Tommy C. I don't know. He seems like a great guy, but I don't know him well enough to call him Tommy C. Right. Let's check out some injury news. Thank you, Lloyd, for staying involved. Right. So the update, as ever, from Mikel Arteta was a little bit of mind games when he was asked about Saka, Ødegaard, Timber, Calafiori, because they all missed training on Thursday. We know that caused a little bit of a panic. But Arteta, yes, there have been some changes since yesterday. Someone asked, are all four available? He said, I don't know. Some of them. We're never going to get anything out of him. I don't know why anyone bothers trying. On Eze being back, Arteta was glowing. He said, I didn't know he was so determined, so obsessed. It really surprised me in a powerful way. Good news on Mikel Merino. He's still recovering from surgery, but is now out of his boot and pushing to shorten his recovery timeline. I don't know. Let's say he can recover 2 games away from the end of the season. Let's say he makes it before the end of the season. And obviously, we want to see him back. We want to see him back so he can be in contention for Spain. I don't know if he is actually at the moment, even if he's fit, to be honest with you. But I mean, he would be because he scored so many goals from the ball. I mean, I don't know if he can make that level back in time. So I'm not even sure he'll make that level back in time for us. I would love to see Merino back. I think we've missed him massively. But that's good news. Merino out of his boot. And he hinted at Hincapié. Being available for the squad, which later on, good old hand of Arsenal, good old Hoa, basically tweeted online that Hincapié will be available for selection. So we're nearing that complete squad just in time. Just in time, I say. So that's your injury news. As for Bournemouth, well, they're sitting in 13th. They've drawn their last 5 games. We discussed this yesterday on the show. Just a couple of changes from that is basically that Krupi will likely be back. Jimenez will likely be back, which is a shame. But Kluivert and Cook and Sola are still out. But they're close to a pretty full squad. Iriola had said, I will have to make difficult decisions this weekend because there will probably be more than 20 players ready to travel. So they're looking good, but Krupi, he's the danger man, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay, let's have a look at the Arteta predicted 11. This is what I think we will see. Not what I would necessarily like to see. It's what I think Arteta will go with. It's always a bit of a guessing game. I don't know. but depending on who's recovered. But I would think that's Raya. You would think Timber would have recovered. He's had a long break. Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, Saka the same as Timber. I think they've purposely kept them back for this moment. Ødegaard in the middle. Again, I think he'll probably be fit. Martinelli, I think, will get the shout. And Gyökeres up front. Eze can obviously come in for Ødegaard when need be. Perhaps Hincapié shares a bit of timeshare with Calafiori. Again, all good options. But the two key ones that I think will probably sneak in will be Timber and Saka. That's my theory. Lloyd has deleted his message. I saw out the corner of my eye. He said something about Eze. And he's retracted it. And now I'm curious. Lloyd, what were you saying? Eze. I saw it. I clocked it. I was like, Lloyd's chatted. Now I've got to come back to him. I'm just going to finish off this section. And I turn around. It's gone. Disappeared. Lloyd's gone, no. I want to correct that. Aha! He said, I'm dreaming of this midfield combo. Eze, Ødegaard, Rice, Ødegaard, Max. Just to see how we would play. So Eze left, Ødegaard. What, Rice in the pivot with Rice on the right? Yeah. Ødegaard, Max. Oh, Eze, Ødegaard, Rice, Max. Is it Ødegaard, Rice, Max? Yeah. Who else are we missing there? Are we missing a Zubi? We're missing a Zubi? Well, certainly, I want to see Eze on the left, and I'd love to see Max on the right, starting a game. I'd like to see him start a game. I said this yesterday. I want him to start today to have the impetus to drive at them straight away. Put them on the back foot. How many games have we seen now of us in the first 45 minutes? Just pass it. Wait. How many first 45 minutes have we wasted? Either going 0-0 or sometimes 1-0 down, or just laboring the first 45 minutes. I know that's part of the control. I get it, but that's why I think the fans get up. The fans get tetchy because we want to see some good early play. Speaking of which, let's have some of those opinions.
Apart from the two penalties he gave away, Shesh will never leave the
Way too dry. Yeah. Okie dokie. Right. Big Arse Opinions time. Just Colin Matthew said I'd read this out because I said I'd read this out because he's got involved, and if you get involved, you get it read out. It was just on a post yesterday about would you sell Ethan or Miles? Would you sell Ethan or Miles? That was yesterday's post I put out. And Colin Matthew 6415 said I would take Waneri over Ødegaard. That seems to be the theme at the moment. Not many people liking Ødegaard at the moment, I have to say. Thank you, Colin, for your contribution. And Mal Smith, regular commenter at Mal Smith 1618 said his prediction for today is 2-1 Arsenal. I would take that, Mal, but I'd like to see a comprehensive 7-0 victory, please. All right. That would be great. Ali McCoist had his say this week. Ali McCoist had his say this week and said a massive result for Arsenal in midweek to stop the rot a little bit. I just can't see anything than a comfortable win in a game they have to win. Ali McCoist's prediction is 3-1 to the Arsenal. I would take that. I would take that in the order of us going 3-0 up and Bournemouth scoring in the 98th minute of 98. Yeah. What else we got? Zlatan. At FPL Zlatan had this to say about the refereeing sort of nervousness, the conspiracy theories that we all have around PGMOL, which I am a party of, fully fledged member, if not the leader of the conspiracy theory against PGMOL. He said, whilst these facts are obviously undeniable, I really hate that we play the victim narrative when it comes to certain referees. Oliver has been in charge for 2 games this season, and we've not lost either of those games. I do not believe he is generally biased towards us, and whilst it is worth mentioning he has made mistakes, that is exactly what they were, mistakes. We need to stop this attitude towards referees. It's obvious what this post is alluding to, and it's probably a large part as to why Arsenal fans get a bad rap. If we lose the league from here, it's on nobody but us, not the referees. Let's be better. Zlatan, it's a good shout. I do agree with you. It's got to be on us. And this season has been better. But last season, let's face it, there were some fucking weird refereeing decisions against us. No two ways about it. Let's not go over them. The silly second bookings for kicking them. Do you know what? I just said let's not go over them. So I'm not going to go over them. Zlatan, I agree with you. Let's have the mentality that we have to go out and win it. 100% with you on that. But there's always a slight thing at the back of the mind, isn't there? Is there one more weird PGML style fuck up decision? Hopefully not. Zlatan, I loved what you said though. Thanks for letting me borrow your tweet. I did get permission and he did say yes. I think he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I have to check that. Then lastly, Darren at Darren Arsenal 1 has put out a kind of little rallying cry of his own. He said, be in no doubt this weekend's game is one of the most important games for a long time. Be there early and don't sit on your hands. Absolutely. Absolutely. A 12:30 kickoff. I haven't been to one for a couple of, well, probably more. I can't remember the last time I went to a 12:30 kickoff. I'm not going to lie. Lloyd, you're going today. Is that right? Lloyd, are you going there for 12:30 today? So there we go. That is your direct call from Darren. Don't sit on your hands. It's easy for me to say. I'll be watching on my couch. Right? It's easy for me to say. But I know what it's like when you're there at 12:30 and it really takes a while to get going. It takes a while to get the fans going. So I do hope those that are going will be absolutely champing at the bit. Noise, noise, noise. Positivity, energy, roaring. Come on. I generally believe the 12th man can push these guys home. There's a feeling about them flopping over the line. If they're going to flop, let's give them a massive fucking shove. Yeah? Okay, before we get to the instant karma take of the day, just going to jump in because Lloyd's had a few things to say. He said, Rice DM, max 10, Eze left 8. Yep, I like that. I think we all missed the season when we were killing teams 5 every week. Those were good times. Yeah, they were, but I think the football's changed in the Premier League since then. Well, I think we could do that if it was available for us to do. Maybe next year we'll get some more sexy people up front to sort out some of those problems, but the Premier League is tough, man. He was talking about MLS and Ethan. He said, send those boys on loan to get games. Yep. Get games under the belt. Saliba went on loan for 3 seasons and look at him now. So MLS and Nwaneri need a loan move to prove their quality, then come back to fight. The only downside about that, I think, and I'm with you. That's kind of what I'd like to see. If we are going to turn into a win now team, not a development team, a win now team, then potentially MLS, and I hate to say it, Ethan, are massive, valuable assets in enabling us to go and buy developed players, win now players. And that is what the club have to decide. Do they cash in on their academy talents that need development to go and buy those win now players, or do they stick with them and develop them and run the risk of not generating enough revenue to go and get those Kvaratskhelia or Julian Alvarez's? Lloyd also says, yes, sir, I'm on my way now. Good luck to you, sir. Go on, man. Enjoy the game. Leaving after the sporting game, leaving after the sporting game, then back for the last game of the season. Ah, wow. So you're staying for midweek as well. Bloody hell, I think you said this the other day. That is a great Arsenal tour, Lloyd. Great Arsenal tour. Enjoy it. He says, if we cash in, how much do we ask for? Honestly, £700 million. Yeah, you can have MLS and Ethan. It's going to cost you. I want serious fucking money. And that's the only way it will stop our heartbreak. Okay, instant karma.
Instant karma take of the day.
Okay, the instant karma take of the day comes from Kenzie. Second appearance on the show this week at Mook Highbury. Kenzie has said, and I thought this was good to just chill our beans a bit and look at the team that's in front of us, not the occasion that's in front of us. And he said, Bournemouth conceded 11 goals in their last 3 Premier League away games of 2025. Since then, in the 5 away games of 2026, albeit against lesser opposition, they've conceded just 3, but only scored 5. This coincides with Semenyo's move to Man City. Their 2 most recent league away games were 0-0 draws at West Ham and Burnley, suggesting they've tightened up the ship and their focus is now on not losing games. Ødegaard could be the key to unlocking this defence. And then he goes on to list their last 8 away games. He goes on to list Bournemouth's last 8 away games, and they are not perfect looking. They drew 4-4 at Man United. They lost at Brentford 4-1, 2-2 at Chelsea, 1-1 at Brighton, beat Wolves, They did beat Everton away. 0-0 at Bournemouth, 0-0 at West Ham, and 0-0 at Burnley. So the reason why I put that in there is like, I like to think that we're the ones that are fucking shitting ourselves about this. I like to think the team's like, no, we've got the quality. We've got the quality. We've got the know-how. We've got the skill. We've prepared. We can win this comfortably. Okay. Yeah. Lloyd Kambula said, 700 mil. I'm still heartbroken from ESR. Yeah, I know. So am I. So am I. He's not doing so well, though, is he? The Fulham fans are really not taking to him that well, I don't think. In ebbs and flows. Anyway. Right. Let me scroll up, Lloyd, because I want to go and get your team talk. Because that's right. It's time for Big Arse Team Talk.
Keep it simple.
One touch, two touch.
And then go in the mixer. Get it on the deck.
The inverted wing backs need to occupy the half space to create a numerical overload in the central pivot.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Team Talk time. Get us hyped for the game. Lloyd, I'm going to read yours out in a minute as well. Let's go. Simon Rees has been in touch again. 4th time on the show. He says, keep your heads, lads. Those cup results are gone. The league is where we've been flawless, so don't let a bad week turn into a bad month. Play your game, be bold, brave, and fearless. Those adjectives are just the same things, aren't they? Bold, brave, fearless. Okay, but anyway, I'm not criticizing. Thank you, Simon Rees. I think 4th or 5th time on the show. Thank you, Simon. Newbie has emailed in. Dom said, my team talk would be, come on, boys, let's get out there and pop some cherries. They're trying to win a league, Dom. They're not on a stag do. Right, let's jump in. Lloydie boy. His team talk is 2 years. Fighting 2 years of failure. We need to do this for ourselves, our fan base across the globe, most importantly. Let's do it. Prove we are better than the rest as much as they hate us. Yes. I like that. Using the hatred thing. I'm going to read that last bit again. Prove we are better than the rest as much as they hate us. Fucking awesome, Lloyd. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Lloyd, the floor has been yours today. He said a 12-point gap with the current City team. I just don't see them doing what they used to do. They're weak mentally. He said, love the speech. All good speeches, man. All good speeches on this show. Anyone that wants to get involved. Lloyd, I think we're going to wrap it up today. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, Lloyd. Thanks for sticking with me, Lloyd. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day. Heading down there now. Have a few beers. Get pumped. Let me hear you through the TV. Everyone else, enjoy the game wherever you're watching it. Come on, it's a big day. We got to get to it. Whatever happens, we will be back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to go through the whole thing. The podcast will be up in 10 minutes. Like and subscribe, please. Enjoy the game. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Come on the Arsenal and get your arse in gear.